everybody, Mad Dog Games here, and welcome to the first ever video on my new YouTube channel. Today I wanted to go over some ways to make Minecraft a little bit more fun and cozy, so let's dive right in. So my first piece of advice is to use Minecraft seed generator. So I highly recommend doing this because the worst thing is to start a Minecraft world and just not really enjoy the terrain around you, and then you're wanting to create like 100 different worlds because you're not happy with what you're seeing. So this is something that's a really cool tool because it allows you to just like randomly generate worlds until you like what you're seeing. And so it shows you this little compass is where you spawn at, and it shows the terrain around you. So I like using this all the time. It's just a kind of a nifty tool to really like see everything and see if you're actually going to want to stick to that world, because the worst thing is to have a world that you're just not happy with and then you're not going to want to stick to it. And yeah, so definitely highly recommend doing this. My third piece of advice would be to use a shader pack. So as you can see, I am using obviously some shaders because everything looks a little bit different. So the shader pack that I'm using is just the Complementary Shaders, and I also go ahead and use like some resource packs too if you're wanting to. I don't typically use resource packs just because I don't really care for them usually. I just prefer shader packs to kind of make everything look nice and cleaned up, and I really just like how the base game looks, so I highly recommend doing that as well. Other tips is to also use data packs. So some of the data packs that I personally love to use is I love using Vein Miner because I'm someone who's been playing Minecraft for a very long time, and I sometimes get annoyed with having to, mine every single block, so it's nice to just be able to grab a pickaxe, hit one block, and it mines everything that it's touching. And so yeah, this is just one that I highly recommend as well, so you're not wasting time cutting down trees or mining. So like if you get like an axe, you just have to chop the bottom one, the whole tree comes down. It's pretty cool. I know some people think that it's kind of cheating to use a pack like this, however I don't believe so, because I mean, yeah, it does make it faster, but you're still taking the durability off of your pickaxe and your axe and stuff. So I think it's fine, but you know what, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks because this is your playthrough and the way that you want to play the game, so you do whatever you want. On that note, one other data pack that I recommend is go ahead and use like a structures data pack. This is actually, I believe, Patriot Structures, if I'm not mistaken, that I have loaded. And like all this stuff that you see here, this is not stuff that I built. This is actually stuff that loads in once you have the data pack installed. And it's really cool because it just kind of adds a little bit more to the base game. So as you can see, there's like silos, I see like some floating islands. I don't even know what that structure is. Like, yeah, it's just kind of cool. So I highly recommend using something like that as well if you want to improve like just your gameplay and you want it to be a little bit more interesting, because sometimes vanilla Minecraft itself can be a bit boring, and if you don't really want to play with mods, or if you don't have a computer that's really able to like load a bunch of mods, like have mod packs and stuff, then I highly recommend just using something like this, because that way you still get a better experience without having to worry about, downloading 300 mods or whatever. So yeah, go ahead and download this. Highly recommend. So my next tip is find a spruce village. I don't know what it is about spruce villages, but they just were a little bit more cozy, I feel like, than the regular villages. I really like the wood and everything that they use. I like how they spawn with the campfires. It just, I don't know, there's just something about it, So I would definitely recommend just spawning next to a village. You can use that seed generator to find a village to spawn next to, and spawn next to a spruce village, because I just think they look a little bit better than your traditional oak village, and it's a little bit more fun. Other thing that I also recommend is play around with different block palettes. So over here I had a house that I started building. This is something kind of unique. I've actually never used like the warped, I think that's what it's called, the warped oak or whatever, to build, and it's kind of cool, to be honest. We don't know why we don't have a pathway up here yet. It's beyond me, but whatever. but it's just kind of cool to use blocks that you wouldn't normally use. So I recommend kind of maybe branching out from your usual playstyle. Like, especially if you're someone that likes to just build an all spruce, build an all birch, then try like a different block. And I mean, you still want your build to look nice, so you can use some of the blocks that you are accustomed to. For example, I love building with the spruce, and so that's why I wanted to still include spruce into my build. And this was just I believe it's just a house design that I looked up on the internet on Google, and this is what came up, and so I kind of replicated it, and I really liked how the blue looked with it. So don't be afraid to go ahead and branch out and just see what looks good, see what you can add to your world. I highly recommend it. Last but not least, I feel like this could be kind of controversial, but again, this is your world, your playstyle, play however and do whatever you want, is don't be afraid to put your world on peaceful. Sometimes, you know, you might want to just go mining and that's all you want to do. You don't want to worry about, you know, fighting a bunch of mobs while you're mining, especially like if you're in a really cool, like, lush cave and you're just chilling, having a good time. You don't want to worry about zombies or creepers or whatever sneaking up on you. I highly recommend just putting on peaceful mode, not worrying about it. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips that I have for this video. And one other thing that I'm gonna bring up again is shaders, because look how amazing that looks, and with Optifine and everything, like, just wow. So definitely use shaders if nothing else on this list. It just really improves your gameplay by just adding just a lot of just different textures and the lighting. It just makes Minecraft look a little bit better. So if you still like the base game but you want something added to it, shaders is the way to go. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope to post more content soon. Please go ahead and drop in the comments what else you would like to see, or some other tips and tricks that you have for making a Minecraft world cozy, so that way other people can see that. And let me know some tips that you know that I might not know as well. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.